Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchak here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. It's been 24 hours since yesterday's massive rocket attack from Gaza, which saw at least 45 rockets fired from the Strip into Israeli territory. The I.D.F. is bracing for even more conflict on the horizon. Army units have just boosted additional Iron Dome missile defense interceptors near the Gaza border. The flames of this crisis have been mounting ever since Palestinians in Gaza began flying flaming kites and balloons over the border, burning hundreds of acres of Israeli fields. Though these arson attacks haven't claimed any casualties, there have been many close calls. Just yesterday, a bundle of balloons carrying a hidden explosive device landed in an Israeli family's backyard, on their children's trampoline. By now, Israeli residents in the south are all but accustomed to such threats. Army sappers were called out and tragedy was averted. However, speculation is high that this may all be spiraling towards an all-out war. Many believe that it's just a matter of time before first blood is spilled. If such a thing were to happen, we'd likely be seeing a new and brutal war ignite on the Gaza front. I.D.F. security forces today demolished the home of 26-year-old Palestinian terrorist QABHA, who back in March of this year rammed his car into 4 soldiers at a West Bank military post. QABHA injured 2 of the soldiers he hit that day in the brutal car ramming terror attack, and he killed 20-year-old Sergeant Netanel Kahalani and 21-year-old Captain Ziv Daos. He now stands trial on 2 counts of intentionally causing death or murder, and 2 more counts of attempted murder. As per Israeli policy, the military is following up with the demolition of the terrorist's apartment. The I.D.F. only destroyed QABHA's unit, however, leaving the rest of the multi-story building intact. The European Foreign Affairs Committee yesterday held a landmark meeting entitled The Humanitarian Rights of HADAR GOLDIN. In the meeting, which was attended by members of the GOLDIN family, the committee adopted a resolution that condemns the terror group Hamas for violating international law by refusing to return the bodies of I.D.F. soldiers and Israeli citizens kept in captivity. Representatives from Romania, Hungary, and the Netherlands all stood by the GOLDINs at the special session, insisting that the EU withhold humanitarian aid from the Gaza Strip until Hamas complies. Soldiers Hadar Goldin and Oron Shaul were killed and their bodies taken during the 2014 Israel-Gaza war. Israeli citizens Avera Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed, who both supposedly suffer from mental illness, were captured later after allegedly wandering into the Strip on their own. They've been in Hamas's captivity for years. In a shocking and very unsportsmanlike display, supposed fans of the English soccer team at the World Cup can be seen giving Nazi salutes and singing anti-Semitic songs in a pub in Volgograd. According to the Telegraph News, the incident happened just ahead of the June 18th game between England and Tunisia, and the footage has already made its way across social media both in Russia and abroad. Russian authorities, as well as the English Football Association, have already publicly condemned the actions in the video, with the UK Football Association adding that they are working with the relevant authorities, including the UK Police Investigations Team, who are making inquiries to identify the individuals involved and take appropriate action. English fans at the World Cup haven't all been misbehaving, though. After first receiving a special warning to be respectful around Russian monuments and memorial sites, UK fans in Volgograd laid a wreath at the Motherland Calls monument just hours before the match began. The monument commemorates the hundreds of thousands of Soviets who died in the Second World War's Battle of Stalingrad, today St. Petersburg. As part of their Middle East peace tour, U.S. envoys to the Middle East Jared Kushner and Jason Greenblatt have just been hosted by Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. According to the White House statement, building on previous conversations, they discussed the need to bring humanitarian relief to Gaza and the Trump administration's efforts to bring peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. This is in line with previous reports that the Trump administration is seeking to pressure the Palestinian Authority into negotiations with Israel via regional Arab states. Just the day before, Kushner and Greenblatt were in Amman speaking with Jordanian King Abdullah II on the same topics. And that meeting comes just a day after Prime Minister Netanyahu also met with the king in Jordan's capital. Still, despite all the activity, it remains unclear how successful this plan will be. The Palestinian Authority suspended its meeting with U.S. and Israeli officials in December of 2017, after President Trump announced the recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. In fact, this latest trip also fails to include any meetings with the PA and comes after tensions between Israel and the Palestinians have been worsening for months. That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchak, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.